Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly horoscopes. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor for this video, Keen. Keen offers 24/7 access to vetted psychics, astrologers, spiritual advisors on all areas of life, be it career, be it love, be it family. They are so easy to access, and if you join via the link below, you will be able as a new customer to have the first 10 minutes for $1.99. Prices do vary for each individual advisor. You'll be able to see whenever you sign up and are looking at them, depending on what area of life it is that you want to look into. Keen is by far one of the most affordable sites on the net for spiritual advice. I'm not offering private readings at the moment, but I recently was able to speak with an astrologer on there called Rick, who was very impressive. As someone who's very into astrology, I myself can find it hard to be objective depending on my own transits. It's really good to talk to someone who's an objective eye and knows nothing about you. And he was able to look at my birth chart and see exactly what was coming up for me, which was super impressive and so easy to access. I think after I picked him, I was talking to him on the chat feature with maybe 5-10 minutes, that quick. It's also a wonderful way to build a rapport with these spiritual advisors that can lead you to intention setting, to gaining more clarity on other matters, to have chakra cleansing. It is a great start for your spiritual journey if there is something that you need information on. As one of the most affordable sites, Keen also offers you weekly discounts via email once you sign up. I strongly recommend it. It is a wonderful site, and it's actually how I learned the meaning of tarot cards way back 10 years ago when I started my tarot journey. It has so much information and such wonderful advisors. I strongly recommend it. Have a check it out, and I will see you in the weekly scopes. Bye.
Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly tarot scope, following on from the eclipse in Capricorn. Shaking up your routine, making huge changes in your day-to-day life. Could go many ways. So let's have a little look and see what the cards have to say. Oh, Two of Wands just popped out. An element of waiting, being at a crossroads, not being sure what way is the right way to go, whether it's yes or no. Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And the Five of Swords underneath. To clarify, we have Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Interesting. Things are really taking a turn, moving in an altogether new direction. With the Four of Swords as your beginning card, I feel that you are tired. I feel that you are weary of something that you contemplate in many ways giving up, because the Nine of Wands in the challenge means that that's what you feel you might have to do. With the Four of Swords, you actually just need to rest. You need to take a moment, you need to take a breather. Your hopes and fears with the Nine of Pentacles is that you're hoping for financial satisfaction, but more than anything, Leo, in your nature, you're hoping for appreciation. How do you get there? You move. Eight of Cups, you follow something. You have to make that decision that we originally had in the Two of Wands, where he's standing at the crossroads. You have to decide which direction you want to go in, but the thing is, Leo, more than anything, you think you have a choice here, but fate has an actual plan. The Wheel of Fortune in the outcome is always indicative of fate having some kind of plan. How is it going to go? You have a few emails, you have a few bills, you have a few things that you need to tend to in the material world with the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. But with the Emperor here, you're bossing up. you're getting ready to take over something, to be an emperor. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I think that your trajectory is changing so that you can be in a place of more prestige. A lot more fitting for a Leo, a place with a bit more power. Underneath, with the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Ooh, and the Death card. You have certainly been through your fair share of challenging ends, challenging endings, challenging beginnings. A lot of anxiety, a lot of concern, a lot of mistrust. Maybe with earth signs more than anything. 8 of Wands messages. Okay, the Pages and the 8 of Wands as clarifiers for the Wheel, because the Wheel is so ambiguous. Forgive me for taking, yes, a few more clarifiers. You could also be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio, but we also, because of the Pages, have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There seems to be a message, 8 of Wands and the Knight of Cups, of love, of romance, of intrigue, of movement. And with the Emperor, the way that you get this energy back up and running, first and foremost, Mercury is going to go direct this week. But one of the ways that you get this energy up and running is actually by feeling the confidence of the Emperor, trusting in your abilities, trusting in your appointment, why you've been chosen for whatever it is you've been chosen for, or why you've been chosen by whoever you've been chosen by. There are a lot of messages coming for you this week, Leo. And you need to be present for all of them, but you need to make sure that they're taking you in a new direction, because things have shifted. For many of you, this is not 1 but 2 job opportunities, or if it is the one job opportunity, I suggest you weigh up the pros and cons and make a decision based on progression rather than immediacy with the Pages. Progression, because from the leap I see with Pages to Emperor, I think you could be moving up the ranks quite quickly. Now, the reaching out to someone or someone reaching out to you with the 8 of Cups seems to be the new beginning of something. The new beginning of a conversation, the beginning of a new path. And for a lot of you that are in relationships, it seems to me that after a few control issues, there is healthier communication. Perhaps Mercury retrograde brought up a lot of stuff for you and you have to work through it. And maybe it's caused a few problems. Let's draw a love card. And see what we've got for Leo. Yin and Yang and maturity. Okay. Interesting energy. Okay, yin and yang, interesting energy. So maturity. Saturn has just left your partnership sector and has moved back into your work sector. And we have yin and yang. So in terms of making choices, Leo, it's very clear that you must not choose what is necessarily more similar to you and what you've known before. Maturity and yin and yang suggests that understanding the differences in another or in circumstances can often mean that difference is good. And you've learned something from Saturn being in your relationship sector, albeit for quite a short stay. What have you learned? Well, perhaps with the Emperor and the maturity card, you realize that age is just a number. That it is okay to be with someone a bit younger than you, provided everybody is happy, you know, within reason, everything within reason. I shouldn't have to say that, but I think you do. someone who's a little bit younger than you or a little bit older. It's noting that you don't have to be with someone exactly the same age. As I say, provided it's all above board and legal. I hate having to say that because that should be obvious, but whatever. You're maturing. You're becoming a lot more solid, I think. The Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. You are becoming someone who can express themselves with maturity, who can react with maturity. Good job, because fire signs, when their temper goes, can be terrifying. Maturity and yin and yang. You are really understanding that difference can be a beautiful thing. I think for a lot of you it is maybe someone who's a bit older than you, with wisdom. But I also think you've developed wisdom. Now that Sagittarius, now that Saturn is back in your work sector, I think that a lot of you are finally understanding where the restrictions are and what you need to do about them. So it's a pretty good hand in general, Leo. A lot of messages and message of love. Have a wonderful week. See you guys soon. Bye.